Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Dahlia and today we are back at my coastal island, Capri. It did take me a second to remember what this island was called, but we're good. We're good, I remember. So yeah, I know I haven't been posting lately, as you guys probably saw in my last video. We unfortunately had to say goodbye to my 14-year-old dog Emmy last week. So I did post a video last week, but it was without commentary. And today we're back with a new video. It's been a hard week for me, but you know, we're good, we're here. I'm getting by the best that I can, and one of the best ways to do that is to make videos for you guys and to play Animal Crossing, which is of course a comfort game for me. And yeah, so today we're working back on Capri, which my last couple of videos have been on my other island, Wisteria. So if you haven't realized yet, I do have two islands. We're working on Capri today, and we're going to be doing, I don't even know what to call this video. Like, as I'm doing this voiceover, I'm trying to think of what to title the video. It's probably going to be like Dahlia creates a bunch of roads, or tries to anyways. I don't know what this was supposed to be.
I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do.
I'm at that point where, like, because I never plan out the layout of my islands, when I get to a certain point where I don't know what to do with the space I have a momentary panic and complete and total breakdown. Which essentially is what happened when I was working on this build. And so I'm showing you guys a little bit of the process of me building up some cliffs, which I do actually end up keeping these cliffs, but when I tell you, I basically got rid of them like 4 different times in the span of like 2 days real time. I kept like building them up, getting rid of them, building them up, getting rid of them. But this is basically what it looked like. It looks like the end, and you will see what the layout looks like when everything comes together. But I was exhausted after all of this, and it was a lot.
I'm taking a nap!
You want to take a nap?
I'm taking a nap here.
It was a lot. I knew I wanted to make highways, so that's essentially what we're doing today. It's a lot of highways, it's a lot of roads, it's a lot of transitional spaces, which you will see throughout the course of the next couple of videos for this island, because I kind of didn't fully finish this build, because if I did, then this would have been like a 5-hour video, which I'm not doing. I'm not doing that. Also, a quick thank you to Horrible Gaming, aka Nora, for inspo for this build, because I did not know how to lay out this build. So I did take some inspiration from one of her coastal islands when it came to creating this particular layout. So thank you to Nora for the amazing inspo once again. One of my favorite content creators for a lot of inspo. Feel free to check out the video specifically I'm talking about where I took inspo from, because I needed help. I knew what I was doing, but I needed someone to guide me, and she guided me, you know? She doesn't know that she guided me, but she did. So I'm creating this row. This is where, of course, I struggled again, because we're trying to like make the pathing work the best that we can. I wanted to make sure that the code that I'm working on the second cliff lined up what I did with the tunnel on the first cliff. We'll like continue the tunnel from one side to the other when it comes back to the remainder of the back side of the island. Who knows? But for right now, we're focusing on what we're doing today, which is this section, and we're just gonna make it work the best that we can. Obviously, this road right now leads to nowhere.
Where's the road? Road, 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 road. Sorry.
Because, like I said, this was not about to be a 5-hour video, so this alone was like 2 hours of footage that I managed to cut down. I did ask you guys on the community tab if you like longer videos, and you said you did. I thought we were all in agreement that you guys liked like the 15-ish minute videos, 10 to 15 minutes, but you guys are all saying you want the 30+ minute videos. You guys have to let me know which you prefer. Which do you prefer? I don't know which one you want. You're giving me mixed reviews here. You're giving me mixed responses, mixed answers, and I need a solid answer, because I can make these videos longer. I'm trying my best to make them shorter. To make them like little bite-sized videos for you guys.
It's supposed to be that small. It's a pre-appetizer. The French call it an amuse-bouche.
Well, it is amusing.
Also, the editing takes a long time when I do longer videos too, because I do like my funny memes and the jokes and the stuff, which I didn't do for my last video. I'm probably gonna do like a couple videos where I don't do really commentary or voiceovers and editing, and then some where I do. One thing I'm curious about, do you guys want to see some Let's Plays where I'm literally just no editing whatsoever, no commentary, no even music, just the game itself as I'm playing, maybe doing a build, and you guys can see in real time how I do builds by myself, not like in the like streaming aspect, but like just by myself. Let me know, because I'm curious if that would be something people would be interested in seeing. But anyways, as we've been talking, I've been placing some pathing. We finished the pathing. I am now putting some palm trees. I did like separate them by 5 squares, as you can see my character trying to count it out, because I want to be able to see the road, and I feel like if you do too much trees, then you are just blocked from seeing the road. So I also wanted to put items along the side of the road. This is not a very item heavy build. This was like a lot of just custom design placement, and like, yeah, there wasn't like a lot. Like I put like cars and stuff on the road, which you'll see in a minute. Okay. But yeah, I think it looks really good. It's a nice, like, you know, kind of like, it gives me like a highway in like California type of vibe, even though this is meant to be more of like a small coastal town. It's coming a little bit more towards city than town, which I'm okay with. I don't mind. It's still giving that coastal feel, which I really like, and I'll do some more natural, like simpler areas in other sections of this island, but this is a little bit more city, which is still totally fine. So I'm creating a very small sitting area in this corner right here, because we are going to be putting a incline, as I'm placing right now, which will lead down to a beach area that I'm going to create probably for my next video. I do put 3 inclines in today's video, which is like a lot if you actually think about it, but a lot of them are kind of placeholders for future videos, and you will see in a second. I'm placing another one right here because I'm going to be going up to the 3rd tier cliff on the back right side part of my island, or like the back middle to right side. So I just placed the incline for right now, and then left it as is. So one part I really wanted to do with the highways is I wanted there to be water on either side, to be like the water for the beaches, as I've been doing fake water areas throughout the course of this island, and I thought it'd be really fun to do kind of like a canal build, because my house is directly in front of this area, and I do have a deck with some water terraforming, so I figured let's just have the water kind of expand back here. So I did put the sand pathing more so that I can see it on the map than anything else, but I did put the sand pathing there, as you can see, and then I'm gonna kind of continue my deck that I have from my house. So it's kind of like my house is sitting on like a deck in the middle of the water, and then the water will continue behind it, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
I figured it did make sense if I didn't do the deck. I feel like it's as if my house is like kind of floating in the middle of the water, which I didn't want it to look like that. So I put a bunch of the water code down, and then because I want this to be kind of like a canal, as you guys have seen in my previous videos for my other island, I'm doing canals for my other island as well, which I think is one of the reasons I decided to do it for this one. I guess I was feeling inspired by my other island. This is a little bit more simpler than obviously what I'm doing with my other island. I just used the castle gate and some curtains to look like a tunnel. Is this going to continue on the back side of the island once again, similarly to like the tunnel I did for the road? Who knows? But this has been fun to experiment with, and this looks really cool. Like, I don't know if you can kind of see like the vision of what I had going for like using the castle gates, but I'm really happy with it. And then I use the castle walls to just finish it up, and I like it a lot. I think it's really nice. And I'm just finishing up this area right here by putting some plant partitions, and then we're essentially done with this side. I just wanted to make everything match on both sides so you can kind of see the overall vision that I had for the area. And then we are working on the final little touches for the canal. I did a couple of boats, some decoy ducks, of course, and it's really nice. Like, it's really nice. They're never done something like this. Once again, this is kind of giving me more of like my European vintage island that I'm currently working on, but you know what, I'm not complaining. It looked really good and I'm very happy with how the finished product turned out. So now I'm back to working on my road, doing some finishing touches by placing some shrubs and some street lamps. You'll see I left like one little area there completely blank, and that's because I wanted to place a couple of tourist thingies, whatever those things are called, the tourist like telescopes, that's what they're called, because I've really not used this item really much, and this is going to be an overlook view area, which it's appropriate, you know, to kind of add like a little something extra than just like my typical street lamps. So yeah, and as you guys can see, I'm obviously using the blue hydrangea bushes, so we're gonna have that pop of blue once they fully grow in. And yeah, I really like it. So now we're back to working on this little sitting area like I said it was gonna be. I put a foam box, and we're gonna be putting like a bench for this sitting area. And you're probably wondering, the road at the end on the left is kind of like abruptly just stops. And once again, it's one of those decisions I have to make, like, do I want it to be realistic where like this road has to go somewhere? Should I put like a tunnel or something like that? I do something else at the end with like a sitting space, as you'll see, and towards the end I'll quickly explain what my decisions are going to be for the previous or for the continuation of that build. But for right now, we're focusing on this part of the build. So I'm placing the plant partitions like I did on the other side. I am using a couple of different plant partitions to kind of like just like, you know, add some fanciness, and also rearranging the placement of the hydrangea bushes as well. Just trying to make each area a little bit more unique from each other. Like I decided to use the curved street lamps and only use one on this side as well. So even though that the palm trees are separated the same way, I just wanted it to look a little bit different as you're kind of transitioning from one space to another.
Same, but different, but still same.
This is just a giant transition space build, which there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes not every particular build has to have like a theme or like a specific purpose. Sometimes you just have to make your transition spaces because they are as much a part of your island as everything else, and that is it. So I am coming up towards like not the very end of the video, but at this point I was just kind of like putting my little finishing touches on the few areas. I did finally use a crosswalk signal item that I have not used yet on this island. I've been meaning to, but because I don't have like a crosswalk code for this particular road code, like to have like the chalk lines, my brain hasn't been thinking like, oh, you have to include like crosswalk thingies, you know? So like my brain hasn't been thinking that way, which is perfectly fine. But I did use it in today's build, and I probably will throw them in a couple of spaces throughout the island that I've already built. I just need to find the spaces for them. I did put another one here as well, like as you can see. Once again, just trying to fill up the spaces with still making everything walkable, you know, which is like my main point. I want you to be able to walk through the areas without much issue or problem. But yeah, as I said in a previous thing like a minute or two ago, you know, previous Dahlia speaking, I said that this area is an abrupt ending. A part of me was like, oh, just put like a tunnel that looks like it's going off to nowhere. I have done that before, and it's a great way of finishing off a road. But once again, taking inspo from Horrible Gaming, she actually does a incline kind of build that leads up to a road code for her island, and I did a similar type of thing, and then I'm going to be putting an incline there as well to continue in a next video. So, but yeah, that is everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Turn on post notifications so you're notified of when I upload. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!